Everyone. I'll just talk about the jumper. First of all, it's a bit of an honour that the club's going to be wearing this jumper again after quite a while. So the inaugural Indigenous jumper that we wore in 2013, which was a pretty good year for us. To go through the design, we've got basically the elements through the middle and lower corner are basically the water around Walyulup. So from Warradun and the Derbil Yerrigan, which is the ocean and the Swan River, and the flow, waves, and the importance to Noongar people in that area. And then we've got the boomerangs, the three boomerangs that represent the competitive side of our culture through battle, the creativity that we use with the boomerangs through dance and song, and the connection that we have through land and where we get our boomerangs from. Also got the Kimberley Stolen Gen flower up the top, which is significant for us, and that connection through Aboriginal people and the Stolen Gen, and we're very proud to have that located on our jumper. And then our Walyulup sign down the bottom, which is on the back, and our names of past players that have represented the club throughout our history, which is fantastic and something that we're really proud of, and that connection that we've had since inception. Oh, it's shiny.
Any questions?
Roger, how long does it take to design something like this?
So Uncle Richard and I did this back in 2012, sort of had the concept of drawing up the jumper, and he helped me out so much during that time to get it up and running, and thankfully we got it over the line from the AFL to have that jumper worn that year, and just to lean on him and have his guidance to have this done. It took a couple of months to get it done, but the end result was fantastic, and to see the team run out there that year was awesome, and to see him running around again in about a month's time is going to be even better.
Roger, the club has such a proud history of Indigenous players. What does it mean to you to have Fremantle be the club to play in this moment?
Yeah, I was having a few conversations with people at the club around how we've been as a club, and the representation we've had from inception, to see the club that I played for and known the players that have come through from an Indigenous background, to see this jumper been put on again, and that connection that we've had with Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples is going to be something special. So just can't wait for the boys to put it on.
Does it feel like it's been 12, 13 years? And I suppose in that time, how much have you seen the Indigenous round up until now progress and develop?
I think it's the dream time at the G, and seeing Richmond and Essendon play and the crowd get along and start to understand and learn a little bit more about Indigenous culture, First Nations people culture. It's fantastic for our nation. So to see that progress, and for us in 2013 and up until now, for us we've had past players do their own designs and their own jumpers. So Kikiti, Cookie, Groves, Jono last year. So with all different aspects and different elements of the different areas of Australia through their culture and their connection to their families, and the stories behind each jumper has been fantastic. So, and again, it's just a learning piece for the rest of our country and our nation, and to be showcased on the big stage is brilliant. So look to continue that. Yeah, it'd be a tough one. So I'm Freo boy, but to see the best Indigenous talent play together, it's going to be something that everybody should get around, and hopefully get a fantastic crowd. But it'll be a tough one to know who to support. But yeah, I think I've got purple blood running through my veins, so there'll be a little bit towards Freo.
Liam, how special does it feel to be in the jumper?
Oh, it feels special as mate. Yeah, she done a great job.
And you've obviously been in a lot of Indigenous Eagles jumpers with the Avalon specifically for the All Stars. What does that mean?
Yeah, it means a lot. It's gonna be amazing. For me and the other blokes who's playing, we're gonna run out with pride and hopefully put on a show.
Liam, the buy-in in terms of like the quality of Indigenous players that have signed up to play this game is incredible. Have you had conversations with guys in the past that you wanted this game to come back? Because it just feels like everyone's all in it and jumping with it.
Yeah, I grew up watching blokes like Goodsy and Lewis Jetta and the Davies brothers, you know. And it was my dream to try playing in a game like this. So yeah, it means a lot.
Liam, who are you most excited to play alongside?
All of them, mate. It's just gonna be a thing for Freo, but yeah, we all us Indigenous boys know offense, but we don't know defense. So it's gonna be a good night.
Will you have to throw some different positions around and try some different stuff?
Well, I think I was talking to Paulie Vandenberg. I think I'm going to have to play ruck. So, no, I'm kidding. But yeah, I don't know. It's just going to be.
Who would you like to play ruck? And you've got a teammate who played a game for the Eagles, but Colin Livingston. Would he be a chance to come in and play ruck?
I hope so, mate. I keep putting pressure on him. I keep saying you might be playing because you're the only Indigenous ruckman. Him and Isaac Keeler, so never know. Might get them a little bit of experience too, you know.
Just in terms of the bonding experience that you get to interact with everyone, what sort of plans do you have and how much are you looking forward to that?
For the boys, just wrap our arms around each other and just show love and just go out and have fun, you know.
You're known as one of the high flyers in the AFL. Have you got any special marks or hangers planned for us in 2015?
You might see more from Shay. Yeah, but Coddy might get happy and try to take a screamer. But yeah, I'll try to do my best.
The last game was 10 years ago. Is it great to see a return? And what are you hoping it's going to do to help inspire other Indigenous players?
Hopefully it keeps going from now on, you know. Not every year, but every couple. It'll be good for the AFL and the communities around Australia.
Would you watch growing up as a young kid and bring to the
Yeah, well, I looked up to pretty much all the Indigenous players past players. So it means a lot to put this jersey on and play in an All-Stars game.
What did it mean when they asked you to play in this game?
Oh, well, Paulie rang me and he was just saying, you gonna play? And I was like, yes. I said, F yes. So I was really excited. So yeah, can't wait.
You touched on maybe every couple of years it'd be good to get the game up and running. Do you think players from around the league would just say yes straight away, basically just like you did?
Yeah, you know, I reckon it should be a couple of years. Even just bring other games back like the State of Origin too, you know. Just for the whole Australian country, it'll be good.
And all the club coaches are probably going to be, a month out from the season telling the boys to, take it easy, but you're pretty keen to go out there and get a win.
It just depends how Freo go about it. It's just a pre-season match, but us Indigenous boys like to put on a show, so we might go hard.
Caleb, have you been able to pick up some of Shea Bolton's tricks over summer, and do you have a plan with him?
Mate, he's been incredible. I think last week it was about 3 minutes left from one of the match sim games, and he sat about 3 deep on Luke Jackson's head. And yeah, the boys were pretty quick to tell him he can't take Mark of the Year in January. So he's putting on a show already. Something that's shown out is his competitiveness. He's not taking a backward step. He's wanting to win everything. He's wanting to compete, which we absolutely love. And in doing that, he's putting on some pretty special moments.
Will it be weird playing against your skipper and your big new recruit in your first game of the year?
Yeah, as soon as he got announced, there was plenty of little jabs to and fro, especially from Josh Tracy. Him and Alex, they go against each other every training session. They line up on each other, compete. They're two of the most physical guys that we've got at the club, and I think they're looking to kind of manufacture a wrestle at some point on the game. I reckon those two will want to put on a bit of a show to kind of, I guess, show who's the real big dog going around, because Josh is coming along for him. But those two are looking forward to competing, and Shay as well. It'll be a bit weird kind of seeing him in a different jumper and not having played with him yet, but it's very exciting.
Do you guys see it as a really cool opportunity as a group? You echoed Liam's words that you'd like to see it moving forward?
Oh, 100%. My parents have already booked flights over and bought tickets. They loved, my old man loved watching it when it was kind of around in the past, and I loved watching it growing up as well. And one of my favourite players, I was a Sydney supporter, one of my favourite players was Adam Goodes, and I think to see the talent across the league of Indigenous players come together and play in a game like this is super special. And as a club, I feel super proud and really excited to be a part of it. And our history as a footy club to have the most games played by Indigenous players and have such a young history, 30 years, is pretty special and something that we don't take for granted, and we really feel proud to be a part of.
Who are you most
Clark, Brandon Walker, how are they feeling? Are they nervous?
I think they're a little bit less nervous than Lukey Ryan. Lukey Ryan's a bit worried about chasing tail the whole game, but Coxie was saying he reckons he'll take Jamara, and then by the sounds of it, the rest will be small forwards. So lucky Alex is out there because on the other team, because he would have been playing on the small. And yeah, Lukey I think is the most nervous one, to be honest.
Who are you worried about lining up against?
We'll see. I think if we can keep the mids in there and not have too many small forwards floating through the midfield, it might be a bit easier with the pace. But I think TK will be in there and stuff, so we come up against them all the time, so it's always going to be a great battle.
Michael Ross had a little procedure recently. How keen is he to make sure he's right for this game?
Doing everything he can. He's super excited about this opportunity. He's a proud Indigenous man. He leads the way for our club in this space, and it'll be an incredibly special moment for him to be able to run out on that day. So I think everyone involved with his injury and what he's doing everything he can to be out there.
Club's been linked to a move for Cosy Pickett this week. Will he be in his ear after the game?
I don't know. We'll see how we go. But I think there's a lot. I knew that question was going to come up, but there's a lot being spoken about that. But it's kind of weird. The trade period from this year just finished a couple of months ago, and there's a lot of water going under the bridge. Like, a lot can change in a month, let alone 10 months. So he's an incredible player and a special player, and yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Does it feel like you're a destination club now? Because it seems like there's a lot of Indigenous players.
Yeah, it's something that we're really proud of, to be a club and place that people want to come to, but we don't really see it from that point of view. We've got a lot of guys that just love coming to work, love being a part of what we're building, and if that kind of extends out to other clubs and other players seeing that as a place they want to come to, then that's amazing. But it's just something that we've built. We just want to build an environment that people love coming to work, love competing and love getting better, and if that shows around the league, then that's great.
Roger mentioned that the jumper you're obviously wearing debuted in 2013. Do you take any energy from that and wearing this jumper into what you're going to achieve this season?
Yeah, hopefully it's a good omen and we can kind of go one better. But yeah, to be honest, seeing the jumper, I obviously haven't worn it. We've got last worn in 2015, I think. But yeah, to see Rog, he was a development coach my first year at the club, and to see the impact he's had on the Indigenous community and especially our footy club, and he really leads the way in terms of our connection to that, and super proud to be able to wear a jumper that he's designed.
Just back on some contract stuff, have you been able to talk to Andy about putting pen to paper? What's the latest there?
Every day. No, it's he's working through that. It's his decision to kind of make with him, his family and himself and the people around him, and yeah, hopefully he can follow Youngie's suit and sign long term, and that'll be great. But yeah, I know he loves being around the club, and he's as committed as anyone to bring the club to the first premiership.
Have you spoken to Chad Warner at all about playing in the same midfield as yourself?
I haven't, no. I haven't crossed paths with him, but yeah, again, he's a very tough player to play against, so if we can get him in purple, it'll make it a lot easier for us.
Can you give us a word on Neil Rasmussen and Matt Johnson? They look like they come back from the break in ripping Nick and pushing the midfield kicks.
Yeah, they're in ridiculous shape. Like, the size of those two for kind of fourth year guys is unbelievable. They're massive, they're really physical players as well, and I think they're really embracing that side of the game. They understand that that's going to be their role when they come in, and to hit bodies and be really physical. So they're moving some crazy weight in the gym. They're looking in great nick. I've been lucky enough to be on their team in the last couple of match sims, and they're great to play with as well. They're just going from strength to strength. So it's really good for the depth of our midfield and the way that they're coming along.